So as I said, the most popular databases managements which are used in current market. Okay, Oracle is related is belongs to Oracle company. Okay, and SQL Server is belong to Microsoft company. MySQL is belongs to now Oracle. Okay, yeah. MySQL also now halfway belongs to Oracle. Why? Because Oracle only supporting this MySQL, and Postgre is separate one, Sybase is separate one, and DB2 completely belongs to IBM database. Okay, FileMaker is a separate one. Ingress, Informix, these uh, below these things is there, right? These are very less in use. Okay, but most popular is these three: Oracle, SQL, MySQL. Nowadays, PostgreSQL. Okay, and what do you mean by Oracle database? Before going to Oracle database, how this Oracle database was born? Okay, we'll see. Just in historic. Okay, see this Oracle company was founded in June 16th, 1977. Okay, but the name is not Oracle. For just understanding, at the beginning, the name is not Oracle. Okay, but just for understanding, Oracle was founded on June 16, 1977 by three people like Larry Ellison, Bob Miner, and Ed Woods. Okay, current founder is Larry Ellison. Okay, Larry Ellison is the current founder under the name Software Development Laboratories. Okay, they started these three people started in 1977 as software development laboratories, and these people most mainly focus on the database management. Okay, the data on database management, these people focused and started one company called Software Development Laboratories. Until 1979, the company did not succeed with the name, and in 1979, three adventurous friends, these three friends who changed the company name to Relational Software Inc., worked in Relational Software Inc. until 1982. Okay, the brilliant trio, which has consistently focused on database management systems and made its first database trial with IBM, but that also it got failed. Okay, in one of the following experience, Oracle database system developed under the leadership of Bob Miner. Under Bob Miner, this Oracle database system was developed. So in 1982, the name of the company was defined, was identified with the name of its products and changed to Oracle System Corporation. From Relational Software Inc. to they changed to Oracle System Corporation. Later on, this Oracle System Corporation was changed to Oracle Corporation. Okay, it was changed to Oracle Corporation in 1995, and this name has continued till this day. Okay, so you know who founded this one. Okay, now, okay, who founded this Oracle company? Okay, Larry Ellison, Bob Miner, and Ed Oates. These three people combined and founded this organization. Okay, see here, Oracle is the organization, not the database. Okay, database is completely different. Okay, this Oracle organization designed and developed one database. That's why it is called Oracle database. In the same way, IBM developed one database. That database name is DB2. Okay, we call it as DB2. In the same way, Microsoft designed and developed one database that is called SQL Server. Okay, and I think MySQL is founded by Red Hat, I think. Okay, I'm not sure about this one. Okay, so like that, these are all organizations. Oracle nowadays in daily routine we called as Oracle. Oracle in the sense database itself only. Why? Because there is no other product. Okay, so that's why it is called as Oracle database. But database is a different one. Okay, which is organized and founded by the Oracle team. So that's why it's called Oracle database. Actually, these databases are called relational database management systems, RDBMS. Okay, relational database management systems. Did I? Okay. So from 19, this is the history of the versions. Okay, 1979, first version is Oracle version 2 release. Okay, it's first commercially SQL based RDBMS, as I said. Okay, this relational database management system, which is supporting with the SQL, structured query language. The first version is that one. Second version 2, founded on 1983, with few more add-on features. Okay, like DML operations, as I said, right? What we called database access language, I said, right? So in the database access language is some concurrency control, okay, TCL, data distribution, scalability, some of the features it was added, okay. And version 4, coming to version 4, it was founded in 1984 with multi-version read consistency feature, like that, so on, okay. Different versions with add-on features, okay. And currently the version, okay, in present market, in present industry, most of the versions are 19c versions. Why? Because 12c released two versions also there, but the license of these versions is going to end by this December. So the Oracle support will be ended for this one. So that's why most of all the companies are upgrading their versions to 19c. Okay, and the current latest version is 23c, but that is in testing phase still. Okay, so it is not out for the market. 21c is there. After 19c, there is 21c. So that 21c is currently in market, but no one is using to 21c. Why? Because already all these people are upgrading their 12c databases to 19c databases, 19c database versions. Here, Oracle editions, we have four standard versions, okay, like Enterprise Edition, Standard Edition, Personal Edition, and Express Edition. Here, Enterprise Edition is the most popular edition, where in outer world, like in industry level, we are using the Enterprise Edition. Okay, Enterprise Edition, it will come with some extra performance, security level, all this, with along with all these features. That's all. Standard edition, in the sense, this edition have minimum level of features. Okay, mostly these editions will be used in small scale business, or small scale businesses who don't have huge number of transactions, or who don't have a high level of uh, business integrations. Okay, those people will afford to buy this standard edition. Okay, but high level of transactions, high level of integrations happens, right? Those kind of organizations will buy this enterprise edition to solve. Why? Because the features within this enterprise edition will exactly support to their business model. Okay, this enterprise edition license cost is different, standard edition license cost is different, and personal edition, this is completely free. Why? Because this is for only personal purpose. Okay, like you can also go to Oracle software and download the software, and simply you can use it for your personal use. Okay, this is a open source freeware. And Express edition, this is a high level Express edition. Okay, Oracle database that is easy to download, install, and manage quickly, and is free to develop, deploy, and use. Okay, for development purpose, okay, for deployment purpose, these Express editions will be used by developers. Oracle developers will be there, right? Those people will use this express editions. Okay, as a DBA, as a database administrators, we use Oracle Enterprise Edition. Very um, very few places, like one or two places, you will find standard editions. But I believe I don't see standard editions until now. Okay, and no one will use standard editions. Why? Because the features will be lack. And this is the version design. Okay, see, version release, it is a format. I said right. For Oracle databases, we have versions like version 8, version 9, version 10, version 11, version 12, and version 18, 19, 21, and 23. So the complete version details release format is will be like this. See, 12 dot, we call this one as dot, 1 dot, we call 0 as O. Okay, we pronounce it as 12.1.0.1.0. Okay, in real world we won't say it as 0. We will call it as O. 12.1.0.0. What is 12? This is the major database release version. If the database is 12c, then the first digit will be 12. Okay, if it is 19c, the first digit will be 19. Okay, and the second one is maintenance release number. This is the maintenance release number. And the third is related to middleware. Okay, middleware versions will be, that means this current version also supports some middleware components, also supports some application components. Okay, for that purpose this digit is used. And this is the fourth one is some component specific. I said right, Oracle has different components will be there to support the application levels. Okay, to support the Java application level, there is a component, Java virtual machine component will be there on the database machine. So the Java, what are the application requests or access to the database from Java application, those will be supported. Okay, like that we have different components. I will show you. Okay, so just for knowledge purpose, remember these things. Okay, this is the component specific, and this is the platform specific. Okay, for suppose for Oracle database, okay, some of the features are not working perfectly due to some bugs. Okay, due to some bugs, some performance will be degraded. So in that cases, every 3 months, Oracle organization will release patches. Okay, patches in the sense, for fixing the bugs, we will apply some patches onto the database. So whenever a patch set update, okay, there is a difference. Patch set update is going on, then this O will be changed to different version, different digit, like 1 or 2 or 3. That is depends upon the patch set. Okay, remaining all things will be remain same. Okay, whenever we do some upgradations, then the second digit will change. For suppose we are going to upgrade 12c version release, 12c release 1 version, we call as 12c release 1. We are going to apply 12c release 2. Then we are going to perform upgradation, version upgradation. Then the second digit will be changed from 1 to 2, 2 to 4, like that. See here, 12c release 1, 12c release 2. Okay, these are releases. Within the 12c, few more releases are there with few more added add-on features. Okay, first one is the database version. It will change whenever a database level upgradation is happen. Second is the release digit. Whenever a release upgradation is happen, then this will change. And these two are component specifics. Okay, whenever any components or any um, any components are going to upgrade or change, okay, these versions will change. Mostly we see these versions we can't see it will change. Why? Because by default these fusion middleware or any java virtual machines or anything will be coming by default, so these will remain the same. And the last one, if we hit with a any bugs, whenever we apply a patch sets on those bugs, then this release will change. Major database release. The first numeral is the most general identifier. It represents a major new version of the software that contains significant new functionality. Okay, this is the database version. Which database you are using? 12. In 12, which release? 12.1. So 12.1. This is the release. Database maintenance release. The second numeral represents a maintenance release level. That means these are all releases. If any release in 12c, like release 3, then it will change to 12.3, like that. Fusion middleware release. Okay, some for really middleware components, this release will be, if any middleware components updates with new features, then this release will be updated. Next, component specific. Different components have can different number of positions. Okay, machine components and different components will be supported by Oracle database. So for that one, this one. And platform specific, the fifth numeral identifies platform specific release. Usually this is a patch set. See, this is a patch set. When different platforms require the equivalent patch set, this numeral will be same across the affected platforms. Whenever we apply a patches, this release will be changed. Coming to database access language. See, the name itself is saying access. Okay, to access the database, we are using this language, database access language. In this database access language, we have s- SQL queries. Okay, database access language is used to access the data to and from the database. Okay, enter new data, update already existing data, or retrieve required data from the DBMS. For these purposes, we are using database access language. For inserting new data, we use DML operations. For updating also DML operations. For retrieving DQL operations will be used. Okay, using SQL queries, the user writes some specific commands or queries in a database access language and submit these to the database. What is SQL? SQL stands for Structured Query Language. Okay, every RDBMS in the sense relational database management system interact with a language known as SQL. Okay, interact with a language known as SQL because it's a simple English-like language where guidelines are provided by standard organization ANSI. Okay, these SQLs were designed and guided by the company called ANSI, adopted by all database vendors like Oracle, MySQL, MS SQL, etc. Okay, to access the database and to retrieve the information or to update the information, whatever it may be the database, whether it is a Oracle company's database or a IBM database or Microsoft database, whatever it may be database, this SQL is common for everything. Okay, this is the standard access language for every database. Okay, SQL is very complex language. In order to reduce the complexity, it was subcategorized like DML, DDL, DCL, TCL, as I said. Okay. DML stands for data manipulation language. DDL stands for data definition language. DCL stands for data control language. TCL stands for transaction control language. And one more is there, that is DQL, data query language. Okay. We'll see in the brief. See, this SQL is common, which is organized, which is developed and maintained by the organization called ANSI. Okay, and this SQL is adopted by all other database companies. Okay, in order to access the database, retrieve the information, or update the information, or create the information. For doing these kind of operations on the database level, this SQL is important for us. Hope that is clear, right? Any doubts?
No, bro.
Okay, great. See, first one, data definition language. That means say DDL. We call DDL in short form. Okay, we call this DDL. Within this DDL, what are the commands are there? Okay, see, the language is used to create database, tables, alter them, etc. These kind of operations we can do. Okay, with this, you can also rename the database or drop them. It specifies the database schema. The DDL statement includes create, alter, drop, truncate, comment, rename. Create in the sense, if you want to create a database, we use create database, database name, and so on. Okay, if you want to create a table, you use create table, table name, and so on. Like that. For creation, we use create command. For modification, okay, modification of any table name or table data, we use alter. Remember, alter. For modification, we use alter. Alter existing database or table. Okay. For removing the table or database or table spaces, anything permanently from the machine, you use drop. Why? Because if you use drop and you deleted something, it won't be rollback. We can't get it from any backup. Okay, everything will be vanished completely, permanently, completely and permanently. We can't get it back. Rollback in the sense, get it back. In simple language, we call get it back. Okay. For suppose you are modifying in your regular life, you are modifying something. Okay, and you have erased that one. So what we will do? We will undo it, right? For suppose here, see, I have DDL here, and okay, database is okay. See here, accidentally I deleted here one word. Okay, so what is the word? It was deleted. I want it back. So what I am doing? I'm doing undo. That means Control Z. See, Control Z. See, everything is coming back, right? In the same way, okay, if I deleted this one and if I save this one, will I get back that word? It won't get it back, right? Why? Because it is already saved. Okay. Otherwise, if I go to this location and deleted this file, okay, this PPT, then what will happen? It completely deleted. We can't get it back, right? That is the drop command. Truncate. Okay. This is used to remove all records from a table, including all spaces allocated for the records are removed. Here also, once this is completely on table level, if you drop anything, the structure of the table also will be deleted permanently. And the other is truncate, which is similar to drop. That means it will delete the data inside the tables, okay, permanently. Data inside the tables permanently. That is, remove all records from a table, including all spaces allocated for the records are removed. That means in a table we are inserting some data with some size, right? So if you use the command truncate and if you remove the data, okay, it will remove the data along with its size. That means it will clear the size also. It will free up this size. So this command is used, but the structure, okay, the rows and column structure will be remain same. But coming to here drop, it won't even keep the structure. It will completely delete it. That's why this drop command will not be used to will not be applicable to delete the records on record level. For suppose if you have 100 rows in a table, if you want to remove 50 rows, this drop command, with using this drop command we can't use. Why? Because this is not eligible for dropping the records. Only truncate and delete are the two commands which is used to drop the records. Drop is on structure level. If you want to drop a database, simply drop database, database name. That's all. If you want to drop a table, simply drop table, table name. That's all. It will delete completely. It will delete complete table and its structure from the database level. So that is the difference. Comment. Okay. This is used to add comments. If you want to add some comments to a table, for suppose you have created one table and you want to comment it out for what purpose. Okay, you can use comment and you can comment it out. Rename. If you want to rename it any database or rename any tables or table spaces, you can use this command. So these are will come into data definition language. In interviews, we'll ask, what are the database access languages? Then you have to say the access languages are like DDL, DML, DCL, TCL, and DQL. Okay. What are covering under DDL? Create, alter, drop, truncate, comment, rename. What are covering under data manipulation? Data manipulation in the sense modifications. Okay. Inserting, update, delete. See, the language used to manipulate the database like inserting data, updating table, retrieving record from a table, etc. is known as data manipulation language. One second. Okay. Insert. If you want to insert a new data by using insert keyword, you will insert the data. If you want to update the existing data, you use the keyword update. If you want delete the records, okay, you can use delete. That is DML operations, data manipulation language operations. But here one thing is not retrieving is not here in DML operations. Updating table. Okay, yeah. So DML means we have three commands: insert, update, delete. That's all. This third one, that DCL, data control language. Here only two commands will be there: grant and revoke. Okay, see, everything has a privileges to access, right? So for suppose uh, one user is there with name ABC. He was trying to um, access the database, trying to update the database level tables. Okay, or he want to insert some records into the database level. Okay, for doing all these things, he that ABC user have the access to the database. Okay, that access will come under privileges. Okay, what are the privileges we are assigned to that ABC user? Why? Because we can't give complete privilege to the database level to access, right? So in that cases, these privileges will come like if the user only want to read the database level, we will give select command. Okay, if the user wants read write permissions on the database to access the database, to read the database level information, or to write some information, we will give some privileges. Okay, we'll cover that one. So this grant, Okay, if you want to give something, some privilege, read only privilege or read write privilege or executable privileges to that particular user, you will assign those privileges using grant command. Okay, if you want to, I given read write and execute permissions to one a user called abc. Now I want to roll back the one permission, execute permission from database level to that user, then I will use revoke. Okay, revoke command I will use, and I will get back, I will delete that execute permission for that user. See, take back the privilege to access the database. Take back the privilege. To give the permission, you use grant. To take back that permission, you use revoke. Okay. These two will cover under data control language. Clear, right? Hello.
Ah, yes, bro.
Yeah. In simpler way, see, if you want to access something, okay, if you want to access these folders or anything as a user, right? You are logging into your system and you're trying to access some drives, some folders, right? So to access and to store something, or if you want to rename this one, how you are doing? You have privileges. You have read privilege so that you can able to view these things. Okay, view in the sense you are reading these things. If you want to write something, okay, you're going to this file and you are writing something. That means you have write permission. Okay, in the same thing, if you want to execute something, if you want to replace these things or something, that is called executions. Okay, those kind of operations also you are doing. Why? Because you have read write execute permissions. If I want to revoke that those things, I use revoke command. I will remove the execute permission so that you can't do anything. Only you can read and modify. That's all you can do. In the same way, database level, we use grant command and revoke command. And the fourth one is transaction control language. Okay, this is completely related to transactions level. What are the operations happening in the database level are called transactions. Okay, in user perspective, we call transactions. So as I said, just I have modified something here, where the above slide I have modified here. Okay, inserting updating table, and I have removed some data here. Okay, shall I get, can I get back that data now? No, right? We can't get it back. Why? Because I already saved the file. Yeah. So in the same way, what are the modifications happening by the doing by the user, and if the user is save that one, okay, those kind of operations are called commit. Okay, save the work permanently. We can't roll back that one. Okay, in database language, we called it commit. Here in outer world, we called it as save. Okay, in database level, we are calling as commit. For suppose you have a request to modify something. Okay, in case if you modify these some tables data, and if you do commit, then that will be saved permanently, and the older values you can't get it back. Okay, simply called save command. Okay, in outer world, like from outer of the database level, we call save. In database level, the naming convention is commit. Okay, next, save point. Save point is like for suppose you are modifying some data. Okay, you have 100 tables and you have modified 50 tables. Okay, so those transactions, you need to you are thinking that I have entered 50, but I want to roll back few of the, some few 15 or 30 of the tables I need to roll back, and I have to update with newer data. then you will keep one save point for that particular point. Okay, you are going to update all the 100 tables, but you are thinking that I want to update, I want to change few tables data for 30 rows data, okay, later on. Okay, for that purpose you will keep a save point for the 30 rows in a table to roll back them later. Okay, for that purpose save point is used. Set a point in transaction to roll back later. Rollback is simply called undo. Okay, what are the changes we have made earlier? Those changes will be, to get it back, those changes we use rollback. Okay, that is transaction long ways. What transaction control long ways covers means commit, save point, and rollback commands it will cover. And the fifth one is DQL, data query long ways. Here it covers only one statement called select. Only select. Okay, in most of the time we use this DQL, data query language. That means select. Select is used to retrieve data from the database. If you want to view the database name, you use select query. Okay, if you want to view some information about the table, you use select query, like that. Okay, DQL statements are used for performing queries to fetching information from the database. See, fetching information from the database. It includes the select statement. This command allows getting the data out of the database to perform operations with it. When a select is fired against a table or tables, the result is compiled into a further temporary table, which is displayed or perhaps received by the program, that is front end. Okay, as I said, if you want to see the database details, you will use select, you use select query, and you will retrieve the information from the or fetch the information from the database. For suppose I want to check the name of the database, I simply give select name from v database. V database is the view. Okay, based on that view I am going to select some information from that view, and I want to fetch information. I'll show you the example. Okay. uh, oh, I close this VMware. Give me a second. Hmm, okay, I closed it. Let me see. Uh, so, okay. Is there anything? Okay, got it. See, wait. Mhm. Okay, I'll show you. See here, he is using select. Okay, to retrieve the information of SID. SID in the sense system identification for every database. Okay, this SID will be is a numeric value. It will be assigned. Okay, this SID will be, whenever you create a database, one SID will be automatically generated. So here this guy, okay, you is trying to fetch the information of this SID from the database. Okay, select SID from v dollar my stat he given. That means he is collecting the information from stats, database stats. But what I am doing, select SID from v dollar database. That means the database SID will be displayed here. Okay, see here, SID serial instance ID from GV dollar session. That means from session level, these guys are pulling the information about SID, serial, and these columns. These are called columns. Okay. From GB dollar session, these guys want to see these details, these column details. Okay. For that, which command they used? Select. Okay. In the same way, whatever the information you want to fetch, you want to view, you will use select query. That is DQL. Okay, that is about uh, data access languages. Okay, that is important. Don't skip the topic. Okay, to learn, you have to know what commands are covering under DDL and what is meant by DDL. In the same way, what is covering in DML, what commands are used, and what is the purpose of that DML. Okay, like that you have to read. And the and one more interview question this will ask. Okay, like what is the difference between delete, drop, truncate? See, these three commands are quite similar. Why? Because these three commands are used to delete some information, to remove some information, right? So what is the main differences between delete, drop, and truncate? Okay, this delete and truncate will be used for deleting the records, not the structure of the table. For suppose you have one table, in that table you have 100 records. Okay, to remove the records, okay, you use delete and truncate. You can't use a drop command to delete the records. Okay, drop command is quite powerful and um, different from these things. This is also remove, but this is used to remove the structure of the table or structure of the database. Okay, if you use drop command, it will remove completely the table from the database level and it will free up the space. Okay, but you by using drop you can't delete rows in the table. Okay, see, basically delete is a data manipulation language. It used to delete one or more tuples. Here tuples means, don't confuse, tuples means rows. Okay, tuples means rows of a table. With the help of delete command, we can either delete all rows in one go or can delete rows one by one. Okay. uh, 1 second. Where is this bag I kept? Okay. Not charging. So what I'm trying to say is, see, 1 second. It now I'm showing you the, hey, hey, what happened? Okay. Oh, this one is selected. This one, this one. Hmm. See, huh? What is this graphics? This is not responding. Yeah. See, I'm going to use delete command. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is, you have a table. You have a table. In this table, you have rows and columns. Okay. You have rows and columns. So these rows are filled. Sorry, these columns are, and data is filled. Okay. If you use delete command for deleting the rows and columns, okay, this rows data will be removed. But the difference I mean, the thing is, like, it will delete, it will remove this one, it will remove this one, it will remove this one, it will remove this one from the table. From the table it will remove, but the space of this object will be remain inside that one. Okay. Also, the other thing, if you use delete command to delete these things, you can get it back. Okay, you can get it back. That means a rollback operation is supported. Okay, rollback operation is supported. If you delete, if you use delete command, if you delete some records, so that you can roll back those commands. Okay, until unless if it was committed, that is delete command. What about drop command? As I said, this is the table, and this table has rows and columns. Okay, this drop command can't be used to delete the records in the rows and columns. If you want to delete a table, you use a drop command, like drop some ABC table. Okay, drop, sorry, table ABC. That's all. It will drop, complete structure will be dropped, and you can't roll back. Okay, complete structure will be removed from database. Okay, for suppose this is the DB, so the complete structure will be removed from the database. That is drop, and you can't roll back. So that's why we are saying this drop command is very powerful. So before, if you get any request to drop anything, you have to cross verify several times, then only you have to initiate this drop. Okay, that is drop. The third one is truncate. Okay, you have a DB. In that DB you have a table. I keep is table as T, database as D. Okay, in that table you have rows and columns as it is. The records which you are going to remove, this truncate, it won't delete the structure of the table. It won't delete the structure of the table. It will, it is used to delete the records. Records inside the table, it is used to delete. But here also, okay, here also the rollback operation is not allowed. Only for delete command, rollback operation is allowed. For drop and truncate, rollback is not allowed. Okay, rollback is not supported. If you use the drop, the structure of the table will be removed. Truncate and delete is used to delete the records inside the table. But delete command, while by using delete command, what are the records we are deleting? Those records can be rolled back. Okay, those records can be rolled back. But in truncate, those records can't be rolled back, and the space of this, the size of the record will be also vanished, and this will be freed up. Okay, that is the main difference between delete, drop, truncate. Okay, just remember those things. See, delete. If you want to delete all rows, one second. Okay, with the help of delete command, we can either delete all rows in one go or can delete rows one by one. That is, we can use it as per the requirement or the conditions using the where clause. Okay, if you want to delete complete all rows in the database, you can go with one command. Or if you want to delete few of the rows, then you have to use where conditions. You have to apply some conditions. That is by using this where clause. Okay, it is comparatively slower than truncate command. Now, this is also important thing. Why? Because delete will delete only the records, and it won't release the size. So that's why the operation is delete operation is quite slower than compared to truncate and drop. The truncate command does not remove the structure of the table. Okay, I don't know why this one come here. We are talking about delete. Okay, the uh, delete and truncate will, okay, we'll add it. The delete and truncate command does not remove the structure of the table. Syntax: if you want to delete all rows of the table, you use delete from. Okay, or delete from where clause. If you want to delete few of the rows from the table, then you use delete from table where clause will answer like rows equal to 50. Then it will delete the rows in sequential order 50. See, here we can use the rollback command to restore the tuples. That means tuple in the sense rows, because it does not auto commit. This delete operation does not allow auto commit. Okay, that means only manually you have to perform the commit operation. Auto commit won't happen. For but drop and truncate, auto commit will be there. Drop. This is a data definition language. It is used to drop the whole table. Okay. On record level, we can't use drop command. On table level or database level, you can use drop command. With the help of drop command, we can drop the whole structure in one go. I said right? As I said, you can't delete records. You can delete complete table. That means complete structure from the database level, it will remove. By using this command, the existence of whole table is finished or say lost. If you want to drop a table, see drop table name. Here we can't restore the table by using rollback command because it is auto commit. See, drop and truncate will support auto commit, but delete command there is no auto commit until you have to give commit command. Okay, after deleting, for suppose you have deleted a few of the rows in the table, delete delete table name from particular table. Okay, I'm sorry. Delete, you have to give the row name. Okay, row id, like that column names will be there. You will give those column ids. Inside that column ids, what are the rows will be there? Those rows will be deleted from that particular table. After that, after completion of that operation, uh, okay, See, this is the, for suppose ABC table is there. Okay, you want to delete few of the rows from the table. So I am giving the command delete row name, row ID from table ABC. I given this one. Okay, so this row ID, what are the row ID details are there? Those names and IDs will be deleted from this table. Okay, but you can roll back. But you can roll back again these tables until unless you commit it. There is no auto commit, so that's why this rollback operation is acceptable for delete command. Okay, for truncate and drop, once you initiate the commands, okay, once the operation is done with that command, it will be auto committed, and this rollback is not supported for drop and truncate. That is the reason why, because these two are auto commit, this is not auto commit. Okay, after you performing this command, you have to mention in this database level only like commit, and you press enter, then only the delete information will be committed permanently. Clear, right? Truncate, this is also a data definition language. It is used to delete all rows of a relational table in one go. With the help of truncate command, we can't delete single row. This is the disadvantage here. Okay, with delete, you can delete all the rows at a go, at one go, or you can delete one by one. But using truncate, this is one more feature. Using truncate, we can't do one by one. Okay, within the table, we can't do one by one. With delete operation, we can do one by one. We can't delete the single row, as here where clause is not used. By using this command, the existing of all rows of the table is lost. It comparatively faster than delete command, as it deletes all rows fastly. And here also this rollback command is not acceptable. Why? Because this is supported by auto commit. Okay, that is the difference. That's all. Clear, right? This drop, delete, and truncate commands.
Yes, bro.
Okay,
Okay.
so keep it in mind. Why? Because this is a interview question. Okay, mostly in interviews will ask what is the difference between delete, drop, truncate. Okay, the common feature is removing the data from the database. Okay, but delete command is comes somewhat easier to roll back the information. Why? Because it doesn't support any auto commit feature. Okay, only manual commit is supported, and we can delete one by one row or all rows at once. Okay, using delete command. But coming to truncate, you can delete, we can't delete one by one row. Only we can delete all rows at one go, and there is no rollback feature applicable for truncate. Why? Because this is a auto commit will be there, and the drop command is most powerful command. If you want to delete complete structure from the database level, you use drop. And one more thing in truncate is like, okay, whenever you delete, okay, in truncate, these records are there. Okay, these records, all records will be deleted at one go from the table. And but these records space will be there, right? Some 1 MB, 2 MB, 3 MB, like that. That space also it will release. Okay, the space also will release. That is one more thing. Okay. So this is about the basic introduction class for Oracle databases. Please go through this document and read these things. Okay. Maybe just for information, the upper yesterday's class and today's class will cover until, see, you have to remember these edition. Okay, these versions. This is okay. Again, we will cover this in patch environment, and these are most important. Data access language. From 19th slide to end of this slide, please make sure to remember these things. Okay, these are very important. These are all interview questions for you. They simply ask, can you explain about database access language? Then you have to explain what is database access language and what are the types. DDL, DML, TCL, DCL, DQL are the types. Inside that, what are the commands we are using? Okay. Sometimes these people will ask in interviews like, can you explain briefly about the difference between delete, drop, truncate commands? Okay. So learn these things and keep it in your mind. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, bro.
So that's all about today's class. Tomorrow we'll see Linux commands. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.